Yo amo México, han habido varias ofertas y el día que sienta que llega una que realmente va a poder demostrar otro tipo de persona que soy como actriz en México, lo voy a tomar y 100% lo voy a hacer feliz de la vida.
Perfecto.
Gracias. La comida, la familia.
Well, film and live stage performance are really two totally separate media. Things that we could do in CG that simply can't be done. But I think they've come as close as humanly possible with all the projections to create the world and to transition between spaces in the world in a very dreamlike way, to bring some of the creatures to life with the Wonder Crew puppeting, which is so much fun to watch. And ultimately they have something fundamentally in common, which is Avatar the movie was about this, these people on another planet, the Na'vi, but really what it's meant to be is a celebration of human motion and human emotion and kind of mysticism and spirituality. And
what is your opinion about Eiza Gonzalez? Because she's a Mexican actress and she has been here and she's working with you, so how do you know her?
Well, I actually have never met her. I'm going to meet her very soon.
Okay.
Robert Rodriguez, as you know, is directing Battle Angel, right? And he brought her in to the show. And when I saw her audition, I called him up and I said, "You need to write some more dialogue for her.
Okay.
She's really good." So we actually expanded her part. But I don't know that much about her work. I've already seen the work that she shot for Battle Angel. It's fantastic.
Don't do it!
Oh no. It's a trap. Looking for me? Doctor? Or should I say, Hunter Warrior?
Hunter Warrior?
Oh no. Looks like he's got us. Don't move.
You came to rescue me. That is so sweet. You have nice eyes.
He's mine. You can have the girl.
So long as I get his eyes.
Alita, run!
You are so beautiful. I want to rip you open and see if you're ugly inside. Like the others.
Watch her die. Give me your little flea, so I can pinch your head off.
Bounty for the cyborg Nisyana was 20,000 credits.
Nisyana is creepy. Nisyana is going to be walking down the street looking like an ordinary woman. It turns out, though, that Nisyana is one of Gariska's gang and immediately turns on Hito.
And it's this Red Riding Hood, sort of looks very innocent and then turns into this vicious monster. What really brought me into the story was that entrance.
So without her cloak on, we see that she is this insectoid praying mantis nightmare of blades.
Nisyana, one of my favorite designs. Very statuesque and feel like a really good adversary for Alita.
Seeing how I was gonna be built and my arms and my blades and my body, it was fun.
Robert wanted her to be see-through in lots of places and to be able to see the background through her and get light through her.
She's almost insect-like with her arms with it. They fold out. And her face is delineated much like Zapan's. It comes down to a certain part as played by the actress, but then it becomes very mechanical underneath that.
Put a mask around her here so that we could keep her face and get her performance.
I want to rip you open and see if you're ugly inside.
We're sticking overall to a human body plan, but that the arms have become so thin and articulated in a tripartite way that's creepy.
We gave her these extended arms, and they were these big knives with handles so that she could twist them and move them around in such a way that it felt like she was a praying mantis.
You can clearly see that there's like motorcycle parts and stuff in here, and so we really do, as concept designers, tend to go to real mechanics to find inspiration for all this fakery. And when you do that, instead of just pulling it out of your brain, it just ends up with a richness that you couldn't have otherwise.
Nisyana starts with her live action performance and then moves into a performance capture and then moves into keyframe in certain beats, and in animation we'll take all those pieces and combine them and blend them into a cohesive performance.
The good thing about doing performance capture is so liberating. I was so in it. You turn into the character. I completely forgot about being Aza, and I was so herself and the way that I was moving, and it's exciting. You become an animal. You go more into your animalistic side as a person and sort of unwind, and people were so excited. I mean, our camera guys were like, I had worked with them for 4 seasons, and they were like, that's amazing. Wow, the gifts of Robert Rodriguez are just completely endless. The talents and the gifts. First and foremost, I think that him as a human being is the kindest, sweetest person you could ever work with. He likes to work as a team. He respects the actor's opinion. He wants to hear your thoughts. He wants to make you feel comfortable. He's always open for new ideas. He's always excited. It's crazy to work with someone who has such a long career and so many, he started as an independent filmmaker, and I don't know how many years later, he's still an independent filmmaker. Alita is a role model I think women need to have out there. I think Alita represents what it is to be a young woman, what it is to be a young woman in a hard world. I think she represents what it is to be a form of minority. She represents what really is happening in the world. And it's rare that we get these female characters that embody and you see them turn into a beautiful butterfly, and by themselves, which I thought that was the beauty about this story. You see her get guidance, but not help, and that's what I loved about her. And that's what I think people will feel extremely inspired by it. I think Rosa just killed it, Rosa is a very perfectionist kind of actress, and that's why she was perfect at it, because she is Alita. The way that she approached the process, she wanted to do the best every moment. And it's rare that you get actresses that are that young, and especially when you're doing motion capture. She was just a perfectionist. If she was skating, and she was skating on the scene, she didn't care if she had 45 cameras on top of her. She wanted to do it. She wanted to be there.